What's going on over there? Let me take a look at Bitcoin here. We got 9 minutes before the open. We got the 5-hour chart. Yesterday we had a nice push over the 34. And then they come back, bullish retrace back into support. It started to fall over underneath the 34, but bounce at the end of the day here. So we'll see how that closes in 8 more minutes. Still working off of this inverted hammer slash falling star, as it symbolizes at bottoms falling into support, and it fell into a couple hammers. Over the 8, into the 13, into the 34 for another falling star, into support again, 2-bar reversal, another hammer, bam, here we are. Hopefully a nice close in the next few minutes. Let's see if we can't get a 2-bar reversal at least. And we need to stay above that 34. Going for this. Going for the top risers of the day. That's a good runners last night. 10-12%, but they all fell back since. We got the weekly chart, the inverted hammer down here. So we got to get this thing above 130. And it's a nice late day push here on fun. Steam had a good push last night, all the way to 92. Falling back into 86, back to 87. And the turn, nice J-curve turn on the daily. As we know, it rose about 40% into the weekly chart, inverted hammer, falling star into support. Now you can see the splash as the 8 is crossing over the 13. MTL looks like a nice daily chart breakout. Nice volume. Waves. Got some internet problems. Little jittery here. Taking a look at waves. Waves had a nice push a few days, and came back into support. Looks like a nice sideways consolidation. Bouncing off the 8 for support. NAV. Love me some NAV. It fell back in below the 34, but now it's kind of coming back in. Let's see if we can't get a push across. It's that weekly that I love so much on NAV. The way it's so tightly wound up. Got some internet problems. Needs to save some energy here. swings on the intraday. Looks like a little loop here. Could get a pop out of it. Looking for a 470 close on Bitcoin. Got 3 minutes. A perfect 2-bar reversal. Nice push at the end of the day here. Let's look at this at a end of the day here. Very nice. IOST, looking at that at a weekly. Nice hammer. Got to get above the hammer for that support, and it looks like a nice breakout coming as it flopped into support, double bottomed, and now the push. Let's see if it can't push across before long here. I think Steam was the best runner as it fell back in. Nice volume. But pretty much it on the runners for the close. Looks like Bitcoin's coming back in for the close here. After the run on Steam, let the sideways action, let the averages come up to meet. Maybe a little quick shakeout here and there on the intradays, such as the last 15 minutes. But the weekly looks really good. Crossed over the 813 back into the 18 for the splash, looking for a nice break across 11 so we can kick it right across the 34 on the weekly. Boom boom time. The daily was nice. This whole run was like 40-45%, so came all the way back in. See how we open here. Take a look at Bitcoin on the open. Five-minute charts. Change it to a 15-minute chart. Let's get a little better picture. And the new candle's coming. Looks like 15-minute chart might be coming back into the 8 to 34.50 range. Staying above the 34 would be nice on the 15 there. Kick it in the high gear, Bitcoin, come on. Sorry, waiting for everything to backfill. Waiting for these new candles to show up. Steam. Power. I like this power chart too on the weekly. Popped into resistance, came all the way back into support. Yesterday we had a nice little, where was it? Look at, I was going to break out yesterday. It came all the way back in, made a nice little pattern. Here we are. Hopefully for a whipsaw, as it's come all the way back into support already. Nothing unusual about Bitcoin yet. 15-minute chart's not really showing any significant patterns. But we have the pop across and the pull back in. I'm not sure if that pullback's done yet though. IOST pops to the top. DCR. Nice 5-hour chart. REP for the running again. Nice pop at the open. REP for the past 3 days on the open. Nice double bottom on the intraday, 2-bar reversal, boom. Over the 34, into the 34, watch that previous high break, just like clockwork. Nice Bitcoin, come on, break it. Make a move. Systems, I like the weekly on systems, it's really tight. The daily chart, you can see very clearly how tight that's getting. Into resistance, back into support. Into resistance, back into support. Blah, blah, blah. The OBV and the come down, the convergence. Break that previous high there, Bitcoin. It'd be nice to see some money. REP and they're winning. Power after the top. Come on. Run it. Run it. Big power. Another thing on the long-term charts, this Coprock long-term trend indicator crossing above the 0 line is the trigger. So gotta love that. Power, Litecoin, OAX, VIBE. Let's check rep. Yeah, rep passed over the 0 line few ago. Systems coming across the 0 line on the weekly. MFT. Come on, power. Take it to the top. Nice little chart break. Notice that whipsaw on the chart break too. It was going to break down, came across, break down again. Had a nice line of support, and then it broke down. It was really tight in there. Whenever the price gets stuck in between support, resistance, back and forth, pop. So watch those patterns. There's lots of them. Works for the same downside patterns, upside patterns. Learn your patterns, price patterns. Power's got to get, what is that? 24. It's got to get back above 24. Repeat systems, MFT. MFT on the weekly. So get some nice MFT in you for a nice J curve on the long-term chart. Pop. Here comes Bitcoin. You can do it. ZEN pops its head up at the open. And I think the ZEN's got some work to do still. Keeps getting rejected by that 8. So falling star, rejected, rejected, rejected. Watch those pops across, gaining support. It's on its lows. I don't know about Zen yet. There's a nice pop across the 8, into the 8. Gaining support here. Run it, Bitcoin, run it. Take a large leap. RCN popped its head up. Nice legs showing on the intraday. Exhaustion, exhaustion, exhaustion reversal. Gathered its legs. Not sure about the long term yet, though. Still on a downtrend. Needs to pick up the pace, build across the 8. REQ. Power, come on, you can do that. Imagine everyone's watching the Super Bowl. Perfect time to get these things running when no one's watching. No one's watching. Power's got some work to do. I bet you a retrace as soon as it lets go here. Bitcoin coming back in. Let's check out hot. Let's see. It ran all the way to 45 at the 25 break. Nice hammer. Stay above that hammer for support. Maybe a continuation. It's got to get back above that 8 though. Something to watch. You can tell it's one of those diluted stocks though, or coins. There she is. Little pop across. Strat, look at Strat when it ran like 100% this week. Come all the way back down into support. Watch for a reversal sometime on this bad boy. Moving across that 34 looks pretty powerful. Crossing over the 0 line already for the long-term trend change. That's a nice pop, step into support, making that really, really tight. Strat looks good. Watch that one. It's got some work to do on the intradays, but for instance, falling below the 34 on the daily could be your first move into the F34. Run it, Bitcoin. You can do it. Break that previous high. I know you can do it. Do it. Do it. There it goes. Yes. Yes. Not much volume on that power break. It's got to do better than that. Get back above that 24 range. LTC, opening positive. 2-bar reversal on the 15-minute chart. Had a pop. I got a triple top to break out of on the 5-hour. Daily as well. So I got a double top to work on. I suspect if it doesn't take out that top at 1,000. Oh, look at that. Oh, come on, Bitcoin, you can do it. There she goes. Come on. Break it even higher. It's got to make a opposing point sooner or later. It's moving further and further away from the 8. So Bitcoin's likely to have to come back in on the short term here. Power's losing its steam. IOST for a daily. Come back here. Maybe an intraday pop. SC's got some work to do on that daily. Falling below the 8 and the 13, rejected again on the weekly. It's got plenty of work to do before I look at that. DNT looks good. Yes, yes it does. Watch for the previous high break on DNT. higher lows. It's got building support above the 8 on the weekly, and the pattern is made. Come on, Power, don't call it a comeback. It's overbought. Could stay overbought for a while. I'm watching that to come back in though. Five-hour chart though, coming out of the oversold situation, signaling. Said last Friday. Boom. Let's go then. Making a new high. Take it, take it, take it. INS. INS is pretty tightly wound up on the intraday here. 5-hour chart. Got plenty of work to do on the daily, so maybe a pop on the intraday to get back above up here. Start building across the longer term charts. Back to Power. Not much else going on. I don't see nothing. No volume. No volume. Probably cut it short here in a few minutes. See how Power closes. Bitcoin's coming back in. Everyone's watching the Super Bowl. Hope everyone gets around to watch the Illuminati Social Justice Halftime Report. It's coming out. Power looks good. I love this little reverse head and shoulders. Making new high on the intraday. Opening up. 5% of the average volume. Doing good. Don't chase it. Put your orders in at the bottom. Systems looks good. TMB popped its head up. It's hugging that support line after the cross. Needs some work there. EDO, nice drawn out consolidation. Watch for the weak support line, but it looks like it's coming into power pinch here. Looking for those power moves. Systems. Another good one to watch here. Looks like it wants to come across that 0 line. We're going to be watching that from now on the long-term chart. See if we can't correlate crossing over significant support lines and resistance in correlation to the 0 line. I'm going to see how that works out. Looks pretty good. It's just an indicator though, so just like any other indicator, you can make it look the way you want it to sometimes. POA popped its head up. It's hugging support on the weekly. LUN ran that pretty good run over here, so it's consolidating. Nice falling star into support at the bottoms. I'm probably going to call it. Bitcoin looks like it wants to come back in. It needs that opposing point or sideways action to meet up his moving averages here. Power, REP systems, NAV, LTC, follow volume if anything. But that's it for me. Be sure to hit me up on Steemit, Dtube, DLive. See if we can't find each other somewhere out there. Look at the description for the invites on the Discord and all other places I'm at. But appreciate you. Let me know what's going on out there. See ya.